The same Germany that told its ambassador in NATO that he is banned from using the word counterinsurgency when discussing NATO operations in Afghanistan, and it's just a humanitarian operation. That paper tiger. Look, I have to comment on what Sarah says. She's absolutely right in what Jim is saying. Think of one thing. Everybody out there who's got issues, everybody who's got their tinfoil hat on, that the white helmets did it, and that Russia said the British did the chemical attack. I mean, do you want to believe that one next? To anybody who has doubts, think about this one question. What happens when the Assad regime uses chemical weapons, as Secretary Mattis said, and as he did last year, and I saw the intelligence for the proof of that being the Assad regime, and we do nothing? What message does that send to Iran? What message does that send to Assad? What message does that send to proxies? Because it sends a clear message, as far as I'm concerned, that we got away with it and we can do it again. And where are they going to do it next? In Jordan, one of our most important allies in the region, to precipitate a civil war there? Are they going to do it in Tel Aviv? Are we prepared to let that genie out of the bottle? I, as an American, as a taxpayer, as somebody who believes that these kinds of weapons are illegal and should be responded to, I'm not prepared to pay that price.
I understand everything you're saying, Sebastian, but my question is a simple one. We hear a lot about the international community. The international community this, the international community that. We're doing it for international norms. It's the worst thing ever. Of course, it's horrific to use any type of chemical weapon, nerve agent. It's beyond. We can't even comprehend it as Americans. So where's the world community? It's great that we have Britain and France. It's fantastic. I love it. But where the heck is the world community?
It doesn't
Japan?
exist.
Where's everybody else?
Without American leadership, there is no action.
Yeah, well, we're out of money. We're out of money. We have no dough. It's not 1995 anymore, Sebastian.
So we let children get gassed.
I'm not saying that. But if we have a country that is desperately in debt and getting weaker and weaker and weaker, according to our debt year after year after year, at some point somebody's going to have to pay the piper. And so about 2 blocks from here, we got like blocks of people living out on the street. Many of them are American veterans. But what's that got to do with national security? What does that got to do with moral rectitude? Moral rectitude is great, but if we are a broke nation, at some point the American people, forget about what we say on this panel tonight. I'm playing devil's advocate here, because at some point the American people are going to say, you know something? I'm not voting for this anymore. They're going to elect like Elizabeth Warren.
Fine.
So that's what I'm worried about.
That's democracy.
That's what I'm worried about.
President Trump asked for a way out. All right. He said, I want to leave Syria. All right. We gave the plan to the National Security Council for a way for the regional allies to start taking over that, for Saudi Arabia to pay some of the freight, for the other Gulf nations. They don't have the capability to do this. This is
the capability? No, they have big money. What are we talking about?
Enormous strides right now in the relationship between Saudi Arabia and Israel, and I can